You won't believe what Martell Holt just did. At 45, the man who's been at the center of some of love and marriage, Huntsville's most explosive storylines, is making headlines once again, because he's officially engaged. Yes, you heard that right. Martell Holt is ready to walk down the aisle again. But here's the question that has everyone talking. Who is this mysterious woman who's captured Martell's heart this time? Fans are in shock, the cast is buzzing, and social media is on fire. Could this be Martell's long-awaited redemption story? A second chance at love after years of heartbreak, scandals, and lessons learned? Or is this just another chapter in his never-ending saga of drama, rumors, and reality TV twists? Today, we're diving deep into the truth behind this surprise engagement. We'll uncover who his new fiancé really is, how this relationship started, and what fans, and even his ex, Melody, are saying about it. Stick around, because the behind-the-scenes rumors and fan reactions are more shocking than anyone expected, and the truth might just surprise you. Martell Holt's journey has been anything but ordinary. Once celebrated as one of the shining stars of love and marriage, Huntsville, Martell built his reputation on a mix of undeniable charm, business ambition, and a picture-perfect image of success. But as fans quickly learned, behind the polished exterior was a man caught in the storms of love, fame, and controversy. His marriage to Melody Holt was one of the central storylines that made the show a household name, a union filled with love, dreams, and shared ambition. Yet, what began as a powerful partnership soon unraveled in front of millions. From cheating scandals to explosive confrontations and a heartbreaking public divorce, Martell's personal life became the emotional heartbeat of the series. Even after the split, the drama didn't end. Martell's attempts to rebuild both as a father and a man have been under constant scrutiny. His co-parenting with Melody has been tested by tension and tears, and his later relationships only fueled more headlines. Every move, every rumor, every new romance became part of a story fans couldn't stop watching. But now, at 45, Martell is taking another leap, one that's left fans stunned and cast members whispering, he's engaged again. And while some are cheering him on, hoping this marks a true turning point, others can't help but wonder, is this Martell's moment of redemption? Or just another headline in a long line of reality TV twists? The news broke like a thunderclap across social media. A single image that sent shockwaves through the love and marriage, Huntsville fandom. Martell Holt, dressed sharply in a tailored suit, was seen kneeling with a ring in hand beside a woman whose identity was partly hidden. Her face turned just enough to spark endless speculation. The caption was simple but powerful. A new chapter begins. Within minutes, the post was being shared across every platform, setting off a firestorm of excitement, disbelief, and curiosity. Some insiders claim the proposal took place at a private event, an intimate dinner surrounded by close friends and family, away from the cameras and chaos. Others whisper that production crews were nearby, hinting this might have been caught for an upcoming season of Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Whether it was a quiet romantic moment or a carefully planned reveal, one thing was clear: Martell's engagement had officially gone public. Fans flooded comment sections in disbelief. Many couldn't believe that after years of heartbreak and controversy, Martell was ready to take this step again. One fan wrote, "Is he serious this time? Or is this another headline grab?" Another joked, "She must be brave." Martell's love story comes with plot twists. On Twitter, hashtags like #MartellEngaged and #SecondChanceAtLove began trending, while gossip blogs scrambled to uncover the identity of his mystery fiancé. Meanwhile, the reaction from the cast has been just as divided. Some congratulated him privately, calling it a sign of growth and healing, but others, especially those who've witnessed his past, are reportedly skeptical, questioning whether Martell is truly ready for another lifelong commitment or if this is another dramatic turn destined to make headlines. Whatever the truth, the reveal has reignited interest in Martell's story, and fans are demanding answers. Who is she? How did they meet? And can this really be the new beginning he's been searching for? So who is the woman who's captured Martell Holt's heart this time? That's the question on everyone's lips. And while Martell has yet to officially confirm every detail, insiders and online sleuths have already pieced together parts of the mystery. According to multiple reports, the new fiancé is a stunning, well-spoken professional who has largely stayed out of the public eye until now. She's said to be involved in real estate and event management, building her own quiet success away from reality TV cameras. A stark contrast to the spotlight Martell has lived under for years. Sources close to the couple suggest they first crossed paths through mutual business contacts in Huntsville last year, bonding over shared interests in entrepreneurship, community projects, and family life. Their connection, according to friends, grew quickly but privately. They were spotted together at a charity gala in late spring, though at the time, many assumed she was simply a friend or colleague. As soon as news of the engagement broke, fans began combing through social media looking for clues. Pictures of a woman wearing a diamond ring surfaced on a private Instagram account that followers believe belongs to Martell's fiancé. Her profile paints the image of a poised, family-oriented woman, motivational quotes, elegant fashion, and glimpses of travel and charity work. One fan commented, "She seems calm, grounded, and nothing like the chaos Martell's used to. Maybe she's the balance he needs." Another wrote, "She's beautiful and classy, but does she know what she's getting into?" Unlike some of Martell's previous relationships that unfolded under the glare of cameras and tabloids, this one appears carefully guarded. She has no direct ties to love and marriage, Huntsville, no record of past on-screen drama, and no public scandals attached to her name. That mystery has only fueled more curiosity. Is Martell finally choosing someone outside the reality TV bubble? Someone who might help him rebuild a quieter, more stable life. Still, skeptics can't help but question the timing. Some point out that Martell has been linked to high-profile women before, including rumored flings that kept him trending for all the wrong reasons. Could this engagement mark the start of a genuine new chapter? Or is it another dramatic turn in a story fans know all too well? For now, all we have are hints, but one thing is clear. This woman's arrival in Martell's life has reignited every debate about love, redemption, and whether people truly change. The love story, or as some are calling it, the latest plot twist, began quietly, away from the cameras and drama that have followed Martell Holt for years. Sources close to the couple say Martell met his new fiancée through a mutual acquaintance at a business networking event in Huntsville nearly a year ago. What started as casual conversation about real estate and community development quickly grew into something deeper. Friends described their early connection as surprisingly calm, a welcome change for Martell, whose past relationships have often been played out in the spotlight and tangled in controversy. Over the next several months, the two were reportedly spotted at small, low-key gatherings, a private dinner here, a charity event there, always avoiding major public attention. Unlike Martell's previous relationships, which often made headlines for their drama, this one seemed almost peaceful. One insider shared that Martell wanted to do things differently this time, keeping the relationship private to focus on building trust and stability. Still, eagle-eyed fans began noticing subtle hints. A mysterious woman appeared in the background of one of Martell's Instagram stories. He began posting cryptic quotes about love, growth, and forgiveness. Then came the whispers, sightings at upscale restaurants, shared trips out of town, and a glimpse of the two holding hands at a local community event. By the time rumors of a serious romance started spreading, insiders claim Martell was already planning the proposal. The couple, according to those close to them, had been dating for about 9 months before Martell popped the question. Friends say he was determined to prove he'd changed, that at 45, he's not chasing attention, but searching for peace. This time, he's thinking long-term. One source said, he doesn't want drama, he wants family, stability, and someone who understands his world without being consumed by it. But not everyone is convinced. Online, fans are divided. Some believe this is the redemption arc Martell has been waiting for. He's been through enough. One fan commented, maybe this is finally his chance to do things right. Others are more skeptical, calling the engagement a carefully timed move to reignite attention ahead of a new season. It's a publicity stunt. Another user wrote, Martell knows how to stay relevant, and nothing gets views like a surprise engagement. There's also the question of timing. Some viewers find it suspicious that Martell is making such a bold announcement after months of controversy surrounding his personal and professional life. Is this love or strategy? Is Martell truly ready to settle down? Or is this another headline crafted to keep him at the center of the show's drama? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. Martell's engagement has reignited the fascination around his love life. Whether it's a fresh start or a familiar pattern, fans can't stop watching, and everyone's waiting to see if this chapter ends in happily ever after, or another heartbreak played out for the cameras. The moment Martell Holt's engagement hit social media, the internet exploded. Within minutes, fan pages, gossip blogs, and love and marriage, Huntsville groups across Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit were flooded with reactions. The community was split right down the middle, with some celebrating the news as a sign of growth and maturity, while others rolled their eyes, convinced it was just another reality TV stunt. On Twitter, supporters rallied behind Martell, calling the engagement a long overdue chance for redemption. One user posted, "Everyone deserves a second chance. Maybe this time Martell's really ready for love." Another wrote, "He's been through so much, maybe this woman is his peace after all the storms." Hashtags like hashtag Martell engaged and hashtag second chance at love started trending, with fans sharing photos, quotes, and even fan edits of Martell and his rumored fiancé, but not everyone was cheering. The critics came in fast and loud. "Another season, another scandal," one Facebook user wrote, summing up the skepticism that's followed Martell since his split from Melody Holt. "He's addicted to headlines, not relationships," another commenter said on Reddit. Dozens of posts questioned whether the engagement was genuine or just another dramatic setup for the cameras. Some fans even joked that Martell's ring proposals were becoming as common as the show's cliffhangers. YouTube comment sections were just as heated. Under recent interviews and recap videos, viewers debated whether Martell had truly changed. One fan argued, "If Melody can move on and rebuild her life, why can't he?" But another shot back, "Because he never learns, this is just the same story with a new name." Which brings us to the question on everyone's mind, what does Melody Holt think? While she hasn't publicly commented, fans are dissecting her every post. A recent Instagram story with the quote piece is priceless sparked speculation that it was a subtle reaction to the engagement. Others believe she's staying silent on purpose, choosing to rise above the drama. Across every platform, one thing is clear. The buzz around Martell's engagement isn't dying down anytime soon. Supporters see a man trying to grow. Critics see a pattern repeating itself. But love him or hate him, Martell Holt has once again captured the internet's attention, and fans are bracing for whatever twist comes next. Behind the cameras, the love and marriage Huntsville cast is buzzing with reactions, and not everyone is celebrating. According to insiders, the engagement news hit the group like a Some cast members were genuinely surprised, others skeptical, and a few are quietly questioning Martell's motives. The sudden announcement, especially after months of personal drama and strained relationships, has stirred fresh tension both on and off the set. Sources say a few of Martell's male co-stars offered polite congratulations in private, but many aren't convinced this engagement will lead to lasting peace. Martell moves fast. That's just who he is, one insider reportedly said. But after everything that's happened, the cast wants to see actions, not headlines. As for the women in the group, reactions are even more divided. Some expressed cautious optimism, hoping Martell has grown from past mistakes. Others whispered doubts, suggesting the timing feels too convenient, especially with a new season filming. There's speculation that producers might lean into the engagement as a major storyline, which has left a few castmates uneasy about being pulled into yet another chapter of Martell's love life drama. Then there's Melody Holt, the ex-wife who knows Martell better than anyone. While she hasn't made a direct statement, fans believe her silence speaks volumes. In the past, Melody has been vocal about setting boundaries and focusing on her own healing. Recently, she posted a simple message on Instagram, "Protecting my peace, always." Many followers took it as subtle shade, interpreting it as Melody's way of saying she's unbothered, or perhaps quietly skeptical. Others argue she's simply moved on and refuses to engage with Martell's new storyline at all. Even Carlos King, the show's creator and executive producer, has kept things neutral. While he's known for stirring engaging on-screen dynamics, he hasn't officially commented on Martell's engagement. Insiders hint that production is treading carefully, unsure how the cast's real-life reactions will translate on camera. OWN, the network behind the series, has also stayed silent, letting the speculation build momentum online. Behind the scenes, though, the energy is tense. Some cast members reportedly feel blindsided, worried the engagement will overshadow their own storylines or reignite old conflicts. Others suspect Martell's announcement might complicate group dynamics, especially during joint events or filming sessions. For now, the atmosphere around love and marriage Huntsville feels like a mix of curiosity and caution. The engagement has sparked new conversations, reopened old wounds, and reminded everyone that with Martell Holt, the drama is never far behind. Whether this is a genuine step toward a fresh start or just the latest twist in his ongoing saga, the cast and the audience are watching closely. So far, Martell Holt has chosen his words carefully, but the little he has said speaks volumes. In the days following the engagement reveal, Martell posted a photo on Instagram showing the ring on his fiancée's hand, accompanied by a caption that read, "When you learn, you grow. When you're ready, love finds you again." The post was flooded with thousands of comments, a mix of congratulations and skepticism, but Martell didn't respond to any of them. Instead, he followed it up with a series of cryptic Instagram stories, quotes about forgiveness, healing, and second chances, giving fans the impression that this engagement is deeply personal, more about renewal than headlines. In one of his latest live sessions, Martell addressed the engagement indirectly. He didn't name his fiancée or dive into details, but his tone was calm, measured, and surprisingly reflective. "Everybody's got a past," he said, "but what matters is what you do after you've learned from it. I've made mistakes. I've been judged. I've been talked about, but I've also grown. This time, it's about peace, not proving a point." That statement struck a chord with some fans, who've watched his journey from scandal to self-reflection. To them, Martell sounded like a man genuinely trying to turn the page. Someone who's learned the hard way that love can't survive without humility. His choice of words, peace, growth, and ready suggests a desire for redemption. A new chapter where he's not defined by the mistakes of his past. But others aren't so convinced. Critics argue that Martell's tone carries hints of defiance, as if he's addressing his doubters as much as his supporters. "When you learn, you grow" sounds less like a confession and more like a challenge, a reminder that he's still in control of his own story. Some fans even pointed out that he avoided specifics, choosing poetic captions over candid conversations. "If it's real," one commenter wrote, "why so vague?" Still, the overall vibe from Martell's posts is one of cautious optimism. He's smiling more in recent photos, appearing relaxed and centered. Those close to him claim he's been quietly focusing on family and business, avoiding unnecessary drama. For the first time in a long while, Martell seems intent on letting his actions speak louder than his words. Whether this is a genuine transformation, or just a new phase in his ongoing saga remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Martell Holt is presenting himself as a man who's learned, matured, and is finally ready to love again on his own terms. The big question now hanging over this engagement is simple but powerful. Is this Martell Holt's redemption story? After years of public mistakes, heartbreaks, and lessons learned the hard way, could this moment mark the beginning of true change? Or is it another turn in the same old cycle fans have seen play out before? At 45, Martell stands at a crossroads that many viewers recognize. He's no longer the rising star trying to prove himself. He's a man with a history, a reputation, and the wisdom that comes from experience. Those who followed his journey from the beginning have seen the highs, the success, the charm, the ambition, and the lows, the infidelity, the divorce, the public scrutiny. Every chapter of his life has played out under the bright lights of reality TV, leaving little room for privacy or second chances. But with this engagement, Martell seems to be signaling something different. The tone of his posts, the way he's handled the news, and his decision to keep the relationship largely private suggest a man searching for peace rather than attention. It feels less like a performance and more like a quiet declaration. He's grown, he's learned, and he's ready for stability. Friends close to him say he's been more reflective lately, choosing solitude over social scenes and focusing on his children, business ventures, and personal growth. Still, the question of patterns lingers. Viewers can't forget how Martell's previous relationships unraveled in front of cameras, marked by passion, pride, and painful mistakes. Skeptics wonder whether age alone is enough to bring real change. They point out that Martell has made big promises before, only to fall back into old habits. To them, this engagement could be another emotional whirlwind, romantic at first, but destined to collide with unresolved wounds from the past. Yet, there's a growing sense that maybe, just maybe, this time is different. At 45, Martell isn't the same man he was in his 30s. Life has humbled him, fame has tested him, heartbreak has shaped him. If redemption is possible, it starts with awareness, and in his recent interviews and social media posts, Martell has shown more self-awareness than ever before. He speaks less about proving others wrong and more about building something lasting. So is this the turning point? Has Martell finally reached the age and stage where he values peace over pride, growth over drama, and love over headlines? Only time will tell. But for the first time in a long while, fans are seeing glimmers of a man who might truly be ready, not just for marriage, but for maturity. In many ways, this engagement isn't just about love, it's about legacy. For Martell Holt, Every major decision he makes now carries more weight than ever before. After years of public scrutiny, messy breakups, and emotional confrontations, this engagement could either help reshape his image as a man who's grown beyond his past, or cement the idea that he's trapped in the same cycle of drama that made him famous in the first place. From a public standpoint, this moment is pivotal. If handled with sincerity and maturity, Martell's engagement could finally mark the start of a long-awaited redemption arc, a chance for him to prove that he's learned from his mistakes and is ready to lead with humility, not pride. Fans who once wrote him off as reckless or impulsive might start to see a more grounded version of the man they first rooted for. After all, viewers love a comeback story. And Martell has all the makings of one: charisma, growth, and a new opportunity to get it right. But the stakes are high. His role as a father is central to his public identity, and this new engagement could deeply affect how fans view his co-parenting relationship with Melody Holt. If Martell's fiancé embraces a respectful, supportive dynamic with his children, and with Melody, it could go a long way toward repairing his image as a family man. A peaceful, blended family approach would show maturity and emotional evolution. However, if the engagement sparks new tension, jealousy, or conflict, it could undo years of progress and reinforce the perception that Martell thrives in chaos. On the show, the impact could be even more significant. Love and marriage. Huntsville has always revolved around complex relationships, and Martell's love life has been a driving force in its most talked-about moments. This engagement introduces a new storyline that could either humanize him or reignite controversy. Producers will no doubt explore how his new fiancé fits into the existing cast dynamics, and how Melody, the Scotts, and others react on camera. The question is, will this be portrayed as a heartfelt second chance at love, or as another chapter in Martell's ongoing saga of romantic turbulence? For fans, perception will depend on what they see next. Consistency, respect, and genuine growth could help Martell rebuild trust with his audience. Another scandal or misstep could confirm the doubts of those who believe he hasn't truly changed. Ultimately, this engagement is more than a romantic milestone. It's a defining moment in Martell Holt's legacy. It's a chance to rewrite his story, to show that he's not just the man who made mistakes, but the man who learned from them. If he approaches this chapter with sincerity, responsibility, and self-awareness, he could transform from a reality TV headline into a story of redemption. But if old patterns return, this could be yet another reminder that fame and love don't always mix, and that Martell's greatest challenge may still be himself. This engagement could very well become one of the most defining moments of Martell Holt's legacy. After years of navigating public scandals, failed relationships, and emotional turmoil, Martell's decision to get engaged again at 45 has stirred a wave of debate over what this means for his future. Both as a man and as one of the most talked about figures in love and marriage, Huntsville. For some, this marks the beginning of a long-awaited transformation. If Martell approaches this chapter with humility and growth, the engagement could symbolize redemption. A clear message that he's ready to move past old mistakes and build something lasting and meaningful. It offers him a rare opportunity to show that he's capable of true change. Not just through words but through consistent actions. A stable, healthy relationship could soften his image, helping fans and critics alike see a more grounded, mature Martell who has learned from the chaos of his past. The ripple effects go far beyond his personal life. In terms of co-parenting, this engagement could reshape the dynamic between Martell and his ex-wife, Melody Holt. A respectful, cooperative approach, one that prioritizes their children's well-being, could highlight Martell's growth as a father and partner. Fans have watched their ups and downs for years, and many would welcome a new era defined by mutual respect rather than tension. But if the engagement sparks new conflict or emotional friction, especially if boundaries become blurred, it could reignite old wounds and deepen the divide. Fan perception remains split. Some viewers believe this could be Martell's chance to rebuild trust with his audience, showing that he's capable of genuine love and maturity. Others worry the engagement might simply become another dramatic headline, another twist in a storyline that's as unpredictable as it is addictive. The way Martell carries himself in the coming months will determine which side wins out. Will he embrace peace, or fall back into familiar patterns of pride and impulsivity? On the show, this development will inevitably reshape his role. For years, Martell's relationships have fueled some of Love and Marriage, Huntsville's most talked about moments. Now, with a new fiancé in the picture, producers will likely lean into the engagement as a major plotline, exploring how it affects group dynamics, his reputation, and his interactions with Melody and the rest of the cast. If Martell is sincere, the storyline could become one of redemption and growth. But if tension rises or old habits resurface, it could deepen controversy and risk turning his love life into yet another spectacle. In the end, this engagement stands as a crossroads for Martell Holt's legacy. It's a chance to redefine himself from a man known for mistakes to one known for maturity. Whether it becomes a turning point or another cautionary tale depends entirely on what he does next. For Martell, this isn't just about a ring, it's about rewriting his story. One choice at a time. Love, fame, and redemption. Martell Holt's story has it all, from the heights of success to the depths of heartbreak. His journey has been one of constant reinvention, public scrutiny, and personal discovery. Now, with this surprising new engagement at 45, the world is watching once again. Has Martell truly found the peace and stability he's been searching for? Or is this the beginning of another emotional storm waiting to unfold? Only time will tell whether this chapter becomes the turning point fans have been hoping for, a genuine love story built on lessons learned, or another dramatic twist in a saga that's never short on surprises. One thing is certain. Martell's life has never been predictable, and this engagement might be just the start of a much bigger story. And if you think this engagement is the end of the story, just wait. Because behind the smiles, the photos, and the headlines, there's always more happening than meets the eye. The next chapter could change everything for Martell, his family, and the entire love and marriage. Huntsville cast. So what do you think? Is Martell finally ready for lasting love? Or is history repeating itself all over again? Is this redemption, or just another reality TV romance destined for drama? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear every theory, every opinion, and every prediction. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update, because we'll be following this story closely. The truth behind Martell's engagement and what comes next might be more surprising than anyone expects.